Action. We've often wondered, right, that we want to plan and do so many things, but this particular word, which is action nahi hota. Whenever we are wanting to do something, we're always getting stuck up in the planning bit, in the organizing bit, in overthinking about it, but we are not being able to get ourselves down to really take the action. If this is something that you're looking out as an answer, this video is specially for you. Let's get started with this. I am Dr. Gopika Kumar, your mindset and communication coach. Now, how are we going to look at being able to take an action whenever we want to? Not that it happens by chance. Now imagine this as a puzzle. And all of us have played many puzzles in our childhood. It could be as small as about 100 pieces, to 200 pieces, to 300, to 500, to 1000 pieces. And every time the number of the pieces of the puzzle was going up and higher, we were all getting extremely scared about the fact that ye nahi hoga. This is not something that I'll be able to manage because now the puzzle is becoming more difficult. Everything is looking alike and I do not know how to differentiate this. Now that there are so many pieces and the puzzle is becoming more and more difficult, what is the answer? Is the answer to escape? Not at all. The answer is that how we are going to make sure that we start celebrating the small wins. So I'm going to speak about the 3 clear ways to take an action, however daunting the task could be. Let's highlight the very first one. Whatever your big elephant is, and we all understand what a big elephant is, right? These are those tasks that we're usually wanting to run away from. It could be, we say it a lot of times, I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, but we just say it, we don't really do anything about it. We say, I want to eat healthy food, I want to get up early, but we don't really do anything about it. We want to read a lot of books, we want to learn so many things, but we really don't do and take an action on the same as well. Now look at this as that big, huge elephant. And this big, huge elephant now is not something that we cannot solve. We can. All that we need to now do is to break that down into small little pieces, which means small little tasks. And I'm going to make this as a puzzle, even if it is accounting to become about 1,000 piece to about a 2,000 piece puzzle, but at least the starting point is going to be defined. Let's say, for example, if I would like to become healthy, what could be the 3 areas that I would want to work on? I would want to work on my body, I want to work on my mind, I want to work on my soul. And with these 3 clear sections, I can further divide them into subtasks. It could just be replacing everyday meals with something which is made of milk or butter, replacing that with a vegetable. Smaller tasks to achieve the big wins. When we start looking at it as a big puzzle, the minutest tasks become achievable. And that's exactly what we're talking about in this very first area, which is define your bigger tasks and put them out into what we call into smaller, bite-sized puzzle pieces as well. The second, every time you complete that one task, every time you make yourself proud, I want you to celebrate that win. I want you to tell yourself and give yourself a pat on your back. You did well. That's all that you need to tell yourself, so that you're moving in the direction that you're not giving up hope. I have started to join the pieces of this puzzle and I am on the right way. So you give yourself a pat on the back, and I do it all the time. If I have to achieve what I call as a bigger task, and those small little wins help you to achieve that bigger goal. Then I talk about the third and the most important area, which is that never feel for the act of perfection syndrome. And a perfection syndrome is, am I doing it perfectly well? I hope I'm not making any mistakes. If I'm making mistakes, I'm again going to get into that concept of an imposter syndrome, and I would not want to take an action, at least personally. If I feel that I'm not doing a task perfectly well, I do not need to fall into the trap of what we call as perfection syndrome. Continue doing it, continue making a progress while you're at least reaching closer to making that, reach that finish line for yourself. So let's see what is it that we really talked about for you to take an action. Treat your big tasks as one big puzzle. Put them down into small, tiny bits and pieces so that they become achievable tasks. Secondly, every time you do it, celebrate those wins for yourself, because you need an applause. If nobody else is doing it, do that for yourself. And third, never fall into the trap to look back and see that how was I really performing, because that could be a state where you can tell yourself that I could have done better. But in reality, of course, we are in that phase all the time where we can always be better. But right now, what is important is to make that first starting point, which is to take action. And with that first starting point, you're sure to move in the direction on what you wish to complete. If you've been able to attach yourself to what I just shared with you, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends. I would be waiting to hear your comments in the description box as well. Stay connected with us because we continue to share many more videos like this. This is Dr. Gopika Kumar signing off.